Hey everybody, I'm Bob Mitchell, and after a little bit of a long break, I'm back and I'm ready to review some games. I'm ready to talk about some games, and I'm ready for you to ask me questions about games. Today on Guild Talk, what we're going to do is I'm going to talk about a game we had just recently finished, Pandemic Legacy. Hey everybody, I'm Bob Mitchell, back for Guild Talk, and just back from the beautiful beaches of Florida, and took a little bit extra time to get everything at home straightened out. We did leave Florida before the hurricane hit, but it was still beautiful nonetheless. The west side of Florida, the southwest side of Florida, is a beautiful place. I recommend anybody to go visit there. It is a bit of a drive from Kentucky. It's about 16 hours, but it's still worth visiting. So what we're going to talk about today is a game that my gaming group started back in January called Pandemic Legacy by Z-Man Games. Basically, Pandemic Legacy is the legacy version of Pandemic, where the game evolves over a certain amount of time depending on player actions. Each game is very unique and different, which is something I love about legacy games. I had so much fun playing this. This is the reason why this game has showed up in my top 10 games of all time, because of the experience I had playing this game. I cannot express enough how much fun this legacy game was. It's my first venture into legacy games, and if any of them are even half as good as what Pandemic is, these games are going to be around for a while. I didn't even know it was going to be that fun. My wife got it for me for last Christmas. The first thought is like, oh my gosh, this game's only going to last 12 games. What fun is that? Then it's useless. You know, you've got so many stickers on the board, big deal. Well, I'll tell you what's a big deal. The game is awesome. If you like Pandemic and you love role-playing, this is the game for you. It's hard for me to even explain without giving away all these spoilers, and that's not what this episode's about. On a later episode, I'm going to have some of my gaming group, and we're just going to have sort of roundtable discussion on what happened in Pandemic Legacy. But first, I want to just talk to you about my personal experience with it. We started back in January 9th, we started playing the game, and we started with a group. Basically, I called out to my gaming group and said, hey, I need 4 people to play this game. Who's in? It's going to be 12 games. We're going to play it over the course of probably 4 or 5 months, and just have a good time playing it. So the 3 others responded to the call, and unfortunately, after the first game, which we lost, they didn't come back again. So the game got put on my shelf for 6 months. That sucks. I don't like having a game on my shelf not played for 6 months. We try to play everything, but as gaming collections grow, it's hard to get games on the shelf. But this one was important because we've already opened the game. We already added stickers to the board. This game is useless to me if I don't play it. So me and a friend of mine made a decision that we're going to go forward the second game with a different group. So that's what we did. In July of this year, we went ahead and played the second part of January because we lost the first part, so you have to play the second part with a different group. We played with it was just 3 of us, but the game was so much more enjoyable. Not saying that the first group was bad, not saying any of that, but it just was a good experience. We played we played through January, and then we hit the first February, which we won with that same group of people. Later on, we tried to meet back in August before we went to Gen Con, and not everybody could make it, so we just played the 2-player version. Which is the cool thing about Pandemic Legacy, and you can play with a different group of people every time, as long as you explain what has happened to the rules. Because basically, every game you're going to start back at the first rulebook, and you're going to set it up, and you're going to go through it just like it's a brand new game, because you're going to add rule stickers and everything. it's just a fun game, and you can bring, as long as they're familiar with Pandemic, they can pick it up anywhere. So basically, the two of us played through March, April, May, and June. We played those 4 months, and basically we did that all in one day. We won March, we won April, we won May, and lost in June. June is sort of a catalyst in the game. I'm not going to go into it, but if you haven't played yet, be prepared and have fun. It's just, the game just evolved so much. Unfortunately, after June, we never won a single month, both right off the bat. We had to play every month twice, and in September lost, or I'm sorry, not September, but in August we lost both games in that month. But after the two of us finished our games up in June, then we decided to say, hey, you know, we've got two other people that really want to play this game, one of which was the guy that played the games earlier when we played with three, and let's just finish this out with four people. One was a newish player, but she had played Pandemic before and was very familiar with the system. So we didn't feel like it was that hard to catch her up on everything that's happened. You know, we kind of went back through and said, hey, this month this happened. We took notes. So that kind of brought us all together to finish out the journey through Pandemic Legacy. And it did take us another couple months to really all get together, because with four people, it's so much harder to get everybody together than it is with just two people, where we could just call each other up on a Sunday or a Saturday and say, hey, let's play a couple games of Pandemic Legacy. So all in all, what do I think about the game? Oh my gosh, the game is a 10. It's a 10 out of 10. It's an 11 out of 10. We're going to go Spinal Tap on this. We're going to turn the dial up to 11. That's what Pandemic Legacy is. I cannot express to you how much fun I had playing this game. It's been a very long time where after I finish playing a game of Pandemic Legacy, we put it on the shelf, we grab another game out for game night, we play it, and then we just sit there thinking, it's like, we want to play another game of Pandemic Legacy. You know, that rarely happens. Usually when we're done for a game for a night, we're done for that night. We played it. But this game, I itch to play it. I itch to play it so much. And it's just that much fun. You know, maybe Legacy games aren't for everybody, but I'll tell you right now, they're for me, and I look forward to, I know Seafall's not getting a lot of rave right now, but I am looking forward to playing it. I'm even thinking about going back and finding a copy of Risk Legacy and playing it and see what I think about it. I'm very interested in Pandemic Legacy Season 2, which I'm not sure when it's going to be released. I'm not sure if it's 2017, 2018, but I will be the first in line to pick that up at Gen Con. I guarantee it. But in the interim, I've picked up Time Stories. So we're going to kind of get into the Time Stories deal and see how that works. But I just wanted to share my experience with all of you on on Pandemic Legacy. It's just a great game, and I can't say enough about it. And I'm not really reviewing the game. I just wanted to talk to you about my experiences. So this is sort of a part one of a two-part series. The next episode in this series is going to be me and 1 to 2 people from the gaming group that played this. Definitely the other guy that played with me through the whole thing. He was in all the groups. Me and him were the only two that played every game. We're going to go through and share our experiences. And that will be full of spoilers. We're going to talk about what happens. What happened when we opened this box, things of that sort. So I encourage you all to come back and listen and watch. I'm not sure when it'll be posted up. I've got to coordinate times with him, but as soon as we get that coordinated, we're going to get that posted. But in the meantime, you guys keep playing games. Check us out on Facebook. Leave comments below. Shoot me questions at thediceguildgaming@gmail.com. And until then, this has been Guild Talk. And thank you for watching, and we will see you soon.